Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Rad Show. I'm in an old classic car graveyard today, folks. Let's take a look around at some amazing old cars just sitting here rusting away, guys. I'm gonna take this bad boy for a ride. Horn doesn't work. Actually, nothing works. Where to start? My goodness. Hey guys, welcome to this episode. That's Rad Show here, Matt here for you. I've traveled out to a place in the country here called French Lake, Minnesota. And I'm in one of the state's largest junkyards, largest car graveyards in the state, and I've heard it's one of the largest in the country. I don't know if anyone can confirm that or not, but it is incredibly large, and there is a huge quantity of old cars here, like old cars that are just sitting here, just rusting away. And so, you know me, I love this stuff, so I'm gonna just walk around today, kind of a more reflective, maybe, I'm not sure, probably a more reflective episode of Matt's Rad Show as we remember these cars, these trucks, these things that used to go. Remember, there's stories behind each one of these vehicles, and I love to check them all out, try to remember what the stories were. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was hoping they'd have some of these. They have some VW buses over here. Oh, sweet. Whoops. Looks like somebody was using this as like their old work car. Oh, man, another old VW bus. If you know the last episode, whoops, I'm trying out a new tripod and it's not quite working that great. As you know, folks, my last episode I saw a VW bus at Hot Sam's Antique and Photo Park, and it just kind of riled up in me a little bit of a I want a VW bus kind of a dream. And so you gotta start small. Maybe buying the steering wheel is the first step. And maybe I redo the steering wheel and maybe someday I'll actually have the bus to put it on. You got a dream out there, folks? Then make it happen. You gotta start small. The old wood paneling on this thing. It's getting a little thick. Yikes. Bullet holes. always get a little nostalgic around cars like this. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, so by then most of these cars were gone at that point, but still, I think of all these cars and I think of how somebody worked a 9-to-5 job and they worked their butt off to be able to afford one of these cars for their families, and then they bought it and they drove it off the lot. It was brand new and it was shiny, and they made memories in it. They took their family on trips, they took road trips, they took their girls on dates, or they took their guys on dates, and they just, these cars became part of their life and whatever the people were who drove them did, and who they were. And I don't know. I just know that behind each one of these cars is a story that I don't know of, that I don't know what the story is, but each one of them, if they could talk, could tell a different story about a family growing up in the 30s, growing up in the 40s, what it was like to live through World War II, you know, in the country, what it was like to live in the 60s and the 50s, cruising around Main Street, maybe doing a little drag racing. And I don't know, I just get all kind of nostalgic when I'm thinking about that and looking at all of these cars, and there's just something really unique about just seeing all these cars out here just kind of rusting away. This is their final kind of resting spot. Some of their parts might get a second chance, but for them, this is it. This is where they rest for the rest of their days until they basically are reclaimed to Mother Nature and the dirt and the rust and the iron from the earth from which they once came. So I don't know, maybe that's too weird and nostalgic and contemplative for a old junk car lot, but I find incredible beauty in stuff like this. Just because there's so much story behind it, there's so much craftsmanship that went into each one of these cars, there's so much hard work, and then they had their time, like fireworks almost. They were shot off and they had their time out in the open road or with families or whatever, and then they had their time and then their engine busted down or whatever happened, they rusted, or it wasn't affordable to make them keep going, and then they come to the end of the line. They kind of burn out, and so this is what happens. And I can't help but remember that this is going to happen to me someday too. You know, like, I've got this body of mine on loan, and someday my body is going to pass away, and then, you know, what will be left is maybe some of these videos that I made on YouTube, the memories I made with my family, my friends, you know, hopefully the good that I left behind on this planet. And I don't know, I just hope that people remember me after I'm gone. And so I want to pay my respects to these cars, people who designed them and made them and drove them, and so that's why I'm here today. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this episode so far. I'm going to keep looking around. I could have swore there was a Jeep Cherokee around here somewhere, 4-wheel drive. I saw it a minute ago, I don't know where it went. Huh. I wonder if it's camouflage. Boom, boom. 41 stud. What does that mean, like Studebaker? Perfect example of how the world has changed. Cars used to be made like this. Now they're made like this. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this goes all the way down, full of old cars. This is really, I've never in my life seen so many old cars. 48 ply. Does that stand for like a 48 Plymouth? Is that what that means? Anybody out there is a 41 ply? disappears. And then this bus, this is the tire bus. All right, tires. You guys on the way to school today, learn how to become tires. Oh, bird's nest. Little bird's nest in the school bus. Time to go to school. That's awesome. Who remembers that episode of The Simpsons where they made the Canyonero, the theme song? Canyonero! There's just no end. It's just cars as far as the eye can see. Oh my goodness, so we just walked from all the way down there, down here, and I thought that the end of the road would be like right about here or something, but it just keeps going over the hill, and then way over there, there's more. There's just old cars like everywhere. I love that the old cars had like wings. Like they literally looked like they could just kind of take off. You can see the old emblem even on this one. Wings! It's like, this is what used to be Batman's car. Awesome. Out of gas. Tanks out. Tanks out of gas. You sold the Bluesmobile for a microphone? Yeah, I could see that. Let's have a little trivia fun in this episode. Since we're out here just remembering, we're in memory lane, if you will. Let's do cars. I mean, let's do music. Cars. Okay, my brain, it's like really hot out here. Okay, let's do music about cars. And you guys tell me what the name of the song was. Okay, there was a song out there that started out and it went beep 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 beep. His horn went beep 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 beep. His horn went beep beep beep. Who sang it? What was the year? What was the song about? Comment below. What about the song I've had in my head literally almost the entire time I've been filming, which goes, with your chrome pot shining in the sun, long may you run. Who sang that year? And yeah, does anybody remember the episode of Wonder Years where they played that song when they were saying goodbye to their family car? Oh, that got me in the feelers. That got me in the feelers. I had feelings for that episode. What was that about? Oh, tied to the steering wheel. Keep it in place, you know. Oh, actually, that probably is why. Oh, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. What about this one? Driving down the road in my rusty Chevrolet, over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Oh, rust and smoke, the heaters broke, the door just blew away. I light a match to see the dash and then I start to pray. Hey, radio went, mufflers bent, the radio, it's okay. Oh, what fun it is to drive this rusty Chevrolet. Who wrote that song? Look at the attention put into the old horns. I'm pretty sure that was just for the horn. Like, these old cars had some serious horns on them, dude. Like, half the engine is the horn. Let's see what we got in the trunk. Old newspapers. 1973. They got old comics on them from 1973. This car here reminds me so much of this painting I've got. I did a puzzle painting. You know, one of those paintings that come as a puzzle, and then you put the puzzle together and you have a little painting. It's from Norman Rockwell. I think it's called Coming and Going. And this car reminds me of that. It shows a family going on vacation and then coming back. And that's what a lot of these cars were about. Taking the old family out. Most of them were just about horsepower, though. See how heavy and how fast and strong we can make them. The last car, the very corner of the lot, is this guy right here. There he is. The last car at the edge of the lot. What are you, buddy? That's what you are. Where were you in '62? Who knows what movie that's from? Where were you in '62? It's a movie about cars. Someone out there will know what that tagline was from. There's a movie poster out there that says, "Where were you in '62?" Does anybody else remember in American Graffiti when they go out for the final drag race at the end and they're playing the Green Onion song by Booker T and the MGs, I think it was, and they're all cruising out there to go have a drag race? Dude, that was pretty sweet. That was old, what do you call it, George Lucas at his best, even before Star Wars, man. Can you believe that same dude that did Star Wars did a sweet, awesome drag race back in the day? You know what, we could probably thank classic cars and the creativity and the world that classic cars created for, like, George Lucas to grow up to and all those guys, because, like, all of that creativity and all that inspiration and stuff, like, probably went into writing Star Wars. Because, I mean, you think about Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon, like, he had the dice in the mirror and stuff, and even Harrison Ford was in American Graffiti, driving the old, I think it was a 57 Chevy, I think, around, or 55, I can't remember, but that was Han Solo. And that's kind of, I think, how Han Solo got the job as Han Solo. He was this cool guy driving around an old Ford. Maybe it was a Ford he was driving around, not a Chevy. I can't remember, you guys tell me. Looking for John Milner in his old 32 Ford. Oh, that's right, John Milner had the Ford, I think. I think it was the 32 or something like that, the yellow one. Oh, good movie. If you guys have never seen American Graffiti, you're missing out. Classic. And they got the Wolfman Jack coming at you. The Wolfman Jack coming at you live on American Graffiti. Oh, baby, I love Matt's Rad Show. Wolfman Jack coming at you right now. Come on now. And old split windows. Split windows. I think these are old Mercurys. Who knows what car Corvette had, what year was the only year that Corvette made a split window? Pretty easy trivia for you guys that know Corvettes out there. Let this video be a thank you to the cars in our lives. From the first day we got our license to the first drive we took by ourselves. And here's to the privacy and perfect place they gave us to think, to dream, to imagine, to relax. Here's to the ones that gave us a place to go, and to the ones that gave us freedom. The ones that took us across the country. And here's to the mechanics that kept them running. And to all the people we made memories with. Here's to driving with the windows down on a hot summer night, and to the way the sunset reflects off the rearview mirrors. Here's to the way the tires sink in the sand on the beach, and the way four-wheel drive kicks in. Here's to the way the water flies off the wheels in the rain, and to the unspoken partnership we formed. So I say thank you to the car for helping us make better memories. You will not be forgotten. We've been through some things together, with trunks of memory still to come. We found things to do in stormy weather. Long may you run. Long may you run. Long may you run. Although these changes have come, with your chrome heart shining in the sun, long may you run. Alright guys, I wish I could stay out here longer and film for you guys, but like it is seriously hot out here today. Like I am sweating like crazy. So I gotta get out of here. I'm getting a headache. I need to get some water. I didn't bring any water with me. So the temperature out there is like high 90s, and with the heat index it's well over 100. So I hope you guys appreciate this episode. Please share it, because I know there's loads of other people out there that love looking at old cars and stuff, and even when they're old cars or old junkers, they're all beat up and stuff, there's still something really cool about them, something really classic. And I don't know, I just think they're really neat, and I don't know, I think they just kind of still deserve the respect, my respect anyway. So you got it, cars, you got my respect, old cars. May you rest in peace, hopefully dreaming about all of the fun memories you made and you had. And until next time guys, thanks for watching this episode of Matt's Rad Show, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching guys, appreciate it. Share this video, give me a like and subscribe. Alright guys, I'm gonna go get some water and get some air conditioning. One of the blessings of new cars, air conditioning. Alright guys, keep it rad. Matt out. Okay, bye. I know eventually there's going to be some people out there watching this video who are like the connoisseurs of cars. So this would be kind of a fun game, a little scavenger hunt. See how many different kinds of makes and models of cars you can come up with on this episode. Leave the time code below and what kind of car it was. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool, because I myself don't really know. You know, I mean, I can read them a bit on the car and figure out exactly kind of what year and stuff they were, but I don't know much more about them. So leave a time code below and tell me what kind of car it was. A set of white walls on this bad boy.